Because poor Rosanna has had a lot of problems with her with tech, so I'm actually just having to do my show again on my own. So it's such a shame that Rosanna isn't with us. It's just one of those things. So I don't know what my show's going to be about or what I'm going to talk about, because she's not with me. But I've obviously want to do my show. So yeah, sorry guys, no Rosanna today. She's a lovely lady. She would have had to, because we've got time difference, and she would have had to have got up early, and oh, bless her little heart. So so it's such a shame that she's not with me. And I've got a feeling it's her internet speed. And sometimes when you're trying to stream, because I'm on Restream today, it doesn't flipping work. So hi from Queensland, Raeliel, bless you. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm useless with pronouncing things with the names that I'm not familiar with, so I do apologise. But yeah, guys, hold on a sec. I'm just going to check that I'm where I should be, and it's streaming where it should be. Yes, it is. So that's all good. So I've got no idea what my show's going to be about today, but that doesn't really matter. That doesn't really matter. We'll just wing it. I usually just wing it, and Archangel Michael's in the house, so I usually wing it with Michael because he usually tells me what he wants me to talk about anyway. So yes. So I'm just going to put it where I want it to go, guys. And yeah, so I'm restreaming today. I'm kind of in a few places all at the same time, huh? But yes, it's all good, as we say. But yes, so this is a bit unexpected. I'm all on my jack, all on my own, doing my show today. It's a shame because Rosanna was going to be my first guest on my show with us on Spiritual Directory, which is, for those of you who don't know, it's an Australian page. But I love the support that I get when I'm on the page as well. I get a lot of support from beautiful people in Australia, so I'm always grateful for that, and grateful for the support, because that I wouldn't be, I don't know, I just wouldn't be like, I wouldn't enjoy it so much if I didn't have support from people. So thank you, especially to the people in Queensland, because hi Julie. Because yeah, it helps make my show. So I don't know what I'm going to talk about really, or what's going to happen today on the show. I'm sure Michael will enlighten me, because he's saying he's here. So so yeah, let's just go with the flow, and ladies and gents, and see what happens today. Oh, hello from South Africa today. Wow, one of my close friends is from South Africa. You can tell the angels are in because I've got an itchy head. They always give me an itchy head, itchy nose. When I do my show with Diane Morgan on Uniting the Light, me and her are always laughing, as well as like itching and scratching, because I always feel the feathers like around me. And sometimes it's weird because you feel them going into your hair, and they make you all really itchy. But thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Although Rosanna isn't here, I suppose I could talk about Rosanna, bless her little heart, because there's some of you out there that might appreciate what she does, but I'm hoping I can get her on the show. But like I say, it was techie issues. But I will talk about her, because she actually does a program for divorced women. But she says it's for divorced women, but it could be for ladies that have had issues with relationships, coercive relationships, abusive relationships, and you've kind of come out of that and you need to heal, and she helps you heal. And she also has just started a new practice of classes that she's going to be doing. And I actually sent it to myself yesterday so I could talk. I must have known this was going to happen because the message she sent to me about it, I've actually sent to myself so I can read it. And she's wanting to promote her Awakening Home Academy, which is a 6-week course module. And it's all about awakening as starseeds and as souls. And the dates are in August, September and October. But yes, you can, if you want to connect with her, because she does do residential retreats as well. But if you did want to reach out to her, you can find her at www.newbeginningswithrosanna.com. Bless her, but yeah. But she's just brought out a children's book as well, and it's very interesting because she's been having downloads and channeling the fact she's from Laos, a planetary system, and she's just written a book about it, and it's cute. It's a children's book, but it is for adults as well. Once Upon a Thought, and it all goes on about knowing that she is from Laos. And it's funny because I've been working with Archangel Michael for quite a while now, and he's been working with me, and it's kind of another lesson I've been learning, like just ticking these lessons off your box, because that's why we're here, isn't it? To learn lessons and to evolve as well, as souls, of course. But it's all about also about learning and experience things while we're here. And what I've been learning, morning Nicole, what I've been learning with Michael is the fact that, reincarnation, yes, it exists, but I was learning and being taught by him, because you don't always think as Archangel Michael as a teacher, but I work so closely with him. And he does bring a lot of lessons to me, which is good because it's all hello from Tasmania. Gosh, I've got everyone today. I've got from North Island, New Zealand. I've got Tasmania, Australia, South Africa. Thank you guys for just being here and hanging with me. So anyway, I'll go back to what I was saying. And Michael was explaining to me that yes, we reincarnate, but we can also reincarnate to Earth from different planetary star systems, hence different planets like Sirius, Laos, and also, of course, yes, I hear you, there's the Palladians, Arcturians, and this was something that Michael was like opening my psyche to, was the fact that yes, I've incarnated many times, but I've also incarnated many times as different planetary beings and different different sorts of star seeds. And the thing is, there's one thing in this lifetime, although I feel very drawn to feeling Arcturian, I feel that the Melchizedeks, which is the angels, have kind of, put their arm around me and said, you're one of us, because I hear them. I hear the angels, like I hear, a physical human being. So, not everyone can actually hear them like I hear them. And I get accused of, people say to me, oh, but do you know they're like demons pretending to be something else? No, I know I'm working with the angels. I know I work with Archangel Michael. I know I work with Nathaniel, Metatron. I know I work with the angels, the archangels, because they're there for me. They're coming from that place of love. They're coming from that place of leading me forward in my life here to serve myself, but also to serve others. And they never say a bad word to me. So, when people want to come in and say that to me, they try and question the relationship I have with the archangels and angels, the cherubims, because there's not only there's different levels of archangels, the choirs, and all those and all that. There's different levels. And me and Diane Morgan actually teach all about that at Unite in the Light. We've actually got classes which teach people all about, the beginning, I suppose, with the angels, archangels, angels, what you need to know. But I think with Michael, especially, he really does push me. And Metatron, actually, they pushed me out of my comfort zone. I mean, 3-4 years ago, I couldn't do this. I didn't have the confidence. I didn't like my own voice. I didn't like to be seen. And, he has just been at my back the whole time, pushing me forward to get out there, to share my wisdom, to share my love as well, because I'm full of that. I'm full of love for everyone. So that was so interesting to learn that, I know I've reincarnated many times, but I didn't realize that I'd reincarnated from different solar systems, from different planets. So this book that Rosanna has written, like I say, you can read it as an adult, but it's just was another kind of thing that Michael brought under my nose to kind of validation. And you find that with the angels, they will give you things to validate stuff. But I hear you, Michael, but Michael say you have to ask. To work with the angels, all you have to do is ask. But if there's things in life that you want validation for, Michael's saying just ask, because the angels will bring it to you in so many different ways. Because there's an angel, I hear you, Michael, there's an angel sign in everything. And people don't realize that. People don't realize that, a hawk in the sky, it's an angel sign. People don't realize, because a lot of people think, oh yeah, a feather or a butterfly, but there's, there is spiritual signs, angel signs in absolutely everything, whether it be a ladybird or whether it be a hedgehog or a cat or, that there is angel signs in absolutely everything. And they're always trying to communicate with you. And people think that because they can't physically hear them, because I know not everyone can, or people can't physically see the angels, they don't necessarily think they exist. And I hear you, Michael. And, people think that they have to do something outlandish and elaborate to communicate. Not at all. Not at all. If you look for the signs, you understand what they are. They're there. They're giving you them all the time. Number sequences. I've laughed before because I've said, oh gosh, I said, what am I? And not that I really care, because I'm okay being Suzi, you understand? But I said, what am I? Because everyone goes on about you're a starseed, you're an indigo, you're a gold rainbow child, crystal child, you're this, that, and the next thing. And it was so funny. I just said, oh, what am I then? Because not that it really bothers me, but this car went past with a massive, I looked up, I was cutting hair, and I looked up, and this car went past on the side of it with indigo written on it. And I just burst out laughing, because that was them telling me that actually I'm an indigo, but it feels right for me to say I was an indigo scout. Angel clouds. Oh, honestly, Rayleigh, honestly, that is my favourite pastime. I look for them all the time. And if you come in my house, you'll see them everywhere. You'll see, I literally have angel clouds everywhere. It's a pastime of mine to look for them and find them. And I'll tell you a quick story. I was working my day off for my boss. And I wasn't happy about it. I was a bit pissed because it was a beautiful day. And in England, it's mostly bloody raining all the time. So I was like really pissed at having to work this great day off. Anyway, cut a long story short, we were busy and it must have been about 2:30. And I was like, oh, I'm done. I've got to go and get something to eat. So cut a long story short, went to walk across the car park to go to the supermarket where I worked. And I heard, look up. And I look up and there's this massive angel cloud. I kid you not. There was not another cloud in the sky, and it was over where I worked, this angel cloud. And all I could hear was this laughing. because they knew I was really pissed at being at work and I didn't want to be. And I heard from Daniel, my guardian angel, see, if you hadn't have been here, you wouldn't have seen it. So, you know, they knew, but I've actually got a picture of it upstairs, but I can't go up and get it because I'm doing my show. If I remember, I'll show it you next week. It's an amazing cloud, honestly, and it was the only cloud in the sky, so I could hardly miss it. You know what I mean? But Michael is Archangel Michael, Karen. This is an archangel. I work with many. I work with Michael pretty much all the time now, but there's other archangels that I work with as well. But Michael is Archangel Michael. He's our main protector. He is our protector of ourselves, of the earth. He's the angel of justice. If you feel that you're having any injustices against you, if you've got a court case or anything, Michael's your man. But he is a main protector of us and the earth. If you want to do cord cutting, he's your man. But yeah, I work a lot with him, and he's ended up, kind of being my teacher now as well. So, Stacey, I'm just going to read your message. Oh, yeah, I do talk to him all the time, Karen. Yeah, always have. That's what I'm saying to you. A lot of people say that, they're demonic things. No, they're not. Because not everyone has a connection with the angels like I do. Not everybody does. Not everybody hears them like I do, but I hear them like a physical person. And I always see them in my pineal gland, my third eye. I see him, but Michael usually, I heard him just before I come on. He said, "I'm here." That's what he says. He says, "I'm here." Right, Stacey, I just want to read this, please. After your video last week and hearing this now, I can't help but smile. The signs I have been noticing, and my intuition is actually insane. When you start actively looking for the signs, you see, this makes my heart so full. Validation once again. Yeah, you see, this is it. I knew I should be speaking about this for somebody today. And Michael is so amazingly good at that, for like getting me to talk about things that are relevant to people that are on the feed. I mean, that is him, because he's working for our highest good. He's working to educate us. Like I say, I never really saw Michael as a teacher. When you read like online about Michael, that's not one of the things you read about, that he's a teacher, but he is an amazing teacher. And he has chosen to guide me forward. This is his choice, his free will to be one-on-one with me like he does. I never asked Michael to work with me like this. Yes, I asked the angels to be part of my life. Yes, I asked my guardian angel to be with me and to work with me. But Michael made the choice to have the impact in my life that he has. That was his free will for me. He's chosen that. I've got to be honest with you, without him, or the angels in general, I don't know how I could live my life. Also, with the scary stuff that has been going on around me, he has protected me from some really not good stuff, because, when you are of the light and there's yin and yang, isn't there? Where there's good, there's bad, and there's no bad in me, but it's what tries to come to me. I don't want it to come to me, but it does, because they just want to scare the bejesus out of me, but they don't do it, and they can't, because Michael's my protector. I'm also interesting, guys. Oh, yes, I got it. I've got angel bumps. I've got to talk about this as well before I do any readings I'm hearing. That I'm also been contacted recently, this last 12 months, by ancestral beings that I've worked with before, and they are not demonic. No, Michael, they are actually species of alien, straight up, that don't have a really good reputation. But it goes to show that not all reptilians are bad. is what I'm saying. And people think, you know, about aliens, it's all rubbish. And well, I'm not normal, am I? I can't be. I'm a form of an alien to be able to have the gifts I have, you know, that you know where I'm at with that. Karen, yeah, Michael's always around you, but yes, Michael brings in these lovely lessons, and you know, I have been working with ancestral beings that I've worked with in past lives that are from other dimensions. And the thing is, they don't have to be on this planet for me to communicate with them. They can be millennium light years away, if that makes sense, because they give me the information through my pineal gland. And it's the same for the not so nice stuff. They can still come in and not be in the physical with me. They can still try and come in and give me not nice thoughts. But obviously, I'm protected by Michael. So when he's not protecting me, it's amazing what I can receive through my pineal gland. Yeah, it's not always good. It's amazing how much I seem to be drawn to your lives. Yes, there's reasons, Stacey, and it's funny because there's quite a lot of ladies, that are the same, and there are reasons. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it though, Stacey. That's what it's all about, guys. You know, that's what it's all about. But it's funny because I've been, there is ladies that I've met through doing this who I've kind of started coaching and helping, and you know, free of charge, but that's what it's all about. That's what, you know, because Michael makes me laugh because, you know, it's what I'm here for, but also he'll see me right. You know, most of my spiritual work, coaching, I've done for free. Yeah, Karen, Matchon will be around you, but he's wanting to educate you, I'm feeling, Karen. Matchon's really, really good that if you've Metatron comes to me to get me organised. He's really, I can feel, it's like angel bumps, gives you validation. But Metatron's really good for getting you organised and on the path of your business, your spiritual business. Definitely, Miss Karen. That's why he's around you. It's I feel like he's pushing you out your comfort zone. He's really good at doing that. The same as Michael, you know. Very, very, they're really good at like poking you in the back and you can't ignore it, because I always call Michael Mr. Bossy because he is very bossy. There's, you know, you can't, yes, you are bossy, but it's for my own good because I am a Saggy. I can be a bit of a procrastinator and also lack of confidence. I was very, you know, like, I can't do this. And he would be like this. And you'll find Metatron's very much the same, Karen. Very, very pushy, because if they don't do that you're not going to be on your spiritual path, but you're not evolving yourself forward on where you need to be. And this is where I feel for you. He is pushing you. We can all procrastinate. But I think Saggies can be terrible for it. We're known for it, and that's, you know, why I kind of feel Metatron and Michael really do push me. That's easy, Nicole. I can talk to you about that. Who's your guardian angel? Exactly. Because there again, Stacey, you know, the angels are always working for humanity's highest good. And what I'm hearing, you've been having upgrades and downloads. So which a lot of us have, a lot of us probably without realizing, you know, and have been having upgrades and downloads. And when I speak to people, I mean, it feels to me, Stacey, like you have, and you haven't been realizing it, and your body's achy, and you're feeling, you know, quite low on energy. But it feels Okay, I'm hearing you. It's because you have been having a lot of physical upgrades. And this is where I'm coming in on the fact that I feel that you've had these upgrades to kind of coincide of where they're wanting you to go on your path. And your physical, I hear you, Michael, your physical self now can take it. You've had to have those upgrades for you to be in tune with your intuition, I'm hearing. And it feels like, okay, Michael, so it feels like these health complications, you know, it's like, it feels like you're taking off the bags. It feels like a lot of past life stuff for you as well. And it feels like you're like dropping all these bags, all these, this emotional baggage as well. And I think this is what you're shedding. You're getting rid of a lot of stuff. You'll find your health complications are okay. I'm hearing just because you're blocked. You need to get your chakras in balance. You'll find that your health complications will be better. Because with illness, all that is trapped emotion. So I hear you're at a sink, but understand that all this is leaving you from the past as well. And it feels like don't worry about the health complication because you can do something about it. Okay, Michael, he's pushing me. God, getting itchy today. Can you back off, guys? I know you're protecting me, but I'm like, can you, God, my voice is going. Stacey, just get in touch with Christopher Macklin at www.globalenlightenmentproject, because he is a true healer. And I feel that all you need to do is just get in balance again. Because it just feels like this trapped emotion is like what's causing you the issue, but it's not that bad is what I'm hearing. Yeah, all you needed to know, that was all of that. Yeah, exactly, that's all it is. But you are, just know that you're releasing. That's why you're here on this plane, not just because you're an empath to serve others, but it feels like you're clearing up a lot from the past. Because it feels like, to me, this might be your last lifetime here. That's how it feels, Stacey. So I feel like you've got a lot of stuff to shift. From the Akashic Records, it feels like you've come back down here this time to like tie up a lot of loose ends and to remove a lot of stuff, because I'm not sure you might come back again. It feels like you're evolved enough. And I feel like, okay, I'm hearing that you're probably, after this life, it's your free will, of course, but it feels like you would probably do more in the heaven planes. That's how it feels. And I don't get that normally, but that's how it feels for you, Stacey. So I feel like you're shedding all this stuff because it's helping you evolve as a soul. And it feels like the reason why you came here this time, because it would serve you better to do it in the physical body, if that makes sense. But it feels like that this probably could be the last time, your free will, though, that you came to Earth. Because you have to understand there's other solar systems as well. There's other planets that we do go to. God Source says he can't get me in them. What a shock, because a lot of them are younger souls and I can't be doing with it. I struggle with young souls. They're unpredictable. They do me head in. Yeah, they do me head in. You can all call upon your guardian angels. We all have one. We all have a guardian angel, which Michael always likes to remind me that when we are conceived and that soul comes into the womb, your guardian angel is with you. Everyone is assigned a guardian angel. It's as simple as just ask for your guardian angel to work with you. That's all you need to do. Just simple. There's no hochy pochy woo-woo stuff, as I call it. Because you have to understand, guys, if you're working in the light, You, they're stood here. They're right by your side. You don't have to do no woo-woo stuff, all right? You don't have to do boards. You don't have to do even ceremony stuff. You don't have to do none of that. They're here. They're stood at your side. They're waiting in the wings of your life for you to ask. That's all you got to do is ask. And once you start tuning into their intuition they're giving you, then life is easy. Life, I don't worry about nothing. Not a thing. No. I used to, not anymore. I give all my worries, anything I'm feeling, I give to the angels. My guardian angel or Michael or whoever's speciality it is, for that, because the angels, the archangels, they all have their own specialities. But listen, you don't have to call upon a certain archangel. I call on Michael for everything. I've got to be honest, because that's just what I do. I work closely with Michael, or I say, if I need situation, I need a help with a situation, I just say, angels, please come, please help, and I do that for others as well. I send an angel team. I ask an angel team to go and help someone. You can do that, you don't always have to ask a specific angel, because what Michael's saying is he would rather you ask to send an angel than not, so you don't have to specifically say, a certain angel's name, archangel's name. If you want assistance, or you want to work with your guardian angel, just say, guardian angel, please work with me from this day forward. And that's all you have to say. And they're stood there. It's as simple as that, Michael says. There's no hokey pokey stuff. Because if you're doing hokey pokey stuff, you're doing it wrong, and you're probably inviting in the dark. So just know that, Just know that, my beautiful people. It's as easy as that. Oh, bless you, Stacey. Everything you're saying is just beaming through me. I'm just nodding. I don't know why. Thank you so much. Because, sweetheart, that's what I'm here for. And, Michael was bringing that message in for you today. And that's highly important that you receive it and you understand it. Because with you, Stacey, there's a lot of, you're just walking, you're just coming into your path now. You're coming into your own. And, you need to start coming from self-love more here, because you're such a delicate, beautiful soul. I feel in the past people have tried to dim your light. You have to stop allowing that to happen, is what I'm hearing as well, because you are a beautiful soul. You're loved, very, very loved by the angels, and know that, Now, this is amazing, because angels I have experienced, Karen. Karen's saying, what about earth angels? Once I had horrific family trauma, it felt like an angel came in earth form to look after me for 20 minutes. His shirt was pink. Samuel, coming from love. His energy was protective. Yeah, I mean, do you know what, Karen? I talk about the archangels, I talk about my guardian angel, but I don't talk about actually enough about the experiences that I've personally had with physical angels. They pop up all the time. I haven't, sorry, I'm itchy again, you see. I haven't had an experience for a while, but then I haven't needed to have one. Do you see where I'm at? Life, whenever my life's been threatened. I had a horrific car crash about 20 years ago, and I got told how to crash my car. Straight up. I was heading for a major crash. Major crash. I could have died. There's no doubt about that. I tell you, there's no doubt about that. But my life was threatened. And I was heading straight for this field, this, farming field. And I come off a corner too quick. It was wet. It's very icy. And it was a bad corner. I took it too fast, I admit. You know, I just took it that little bit too fast. Come off the corner and it started to spin. I heard, take it the other way. So I took the car the other way, pumped the brakes, trying to slow the car down as much as I could. I managed to stop the car spinning out. But then I was heading towards this field and I heard, if you go in straight on, you're going to flip the car. I needed to go in at an angle. I got told, guys, how to crash the car, literally. Went in at the angle, right on my side. I got told how to be. So I was like this, rigid. My legs were rigid. I got told how to crash it. I mean, who gets told how to crash a car? Well, I rolled it, I think, probably about 3 times. And it ended up on its side. And just saved my life. And that was because my guardian angel, it could have been, I don't know if it was Michael or not. I thought it was Daniel, my guardian angel, but he told me how to crash the car. And I survived it. And I remember like the police officer coming, overseeing the crash. And my car, do you know what? The only straight bit on my car was the boot at the back. Everything was smashed, crashed, windows, all crashed, all broken. I mean, my bag was miles away. Anyway, this policeman came and he said, you know, you're very lucky to be alive. And I'm like, yeah, I know that. You know, I didn't tell him that I'd heard how to crash my car. But, hi, Linda. But, you know, he turned around to me and he said that I was here about 6 months ago with a young lady like you and she didn't survive. And I'm like, you know, I knew I was lucky. But I got told how to crash my car. And I got told how to be and not to let go of the steering wheel. That's all I kept being told. Don't let go of that steering wheel. So I was holding on to the steering wheel like dear life. And I was like this. So I put my shoulders up in my head, which stopped me getting really bad whiplash. But then I still had to go to an osteopath and get it sorted. But yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes. They come in human form. Let me go back to that, Karen. So that was when my life was threatened. I also had another time when I averted a crash due to being given a mini movie and told what to do. And I averted a crash that time. This was odd. I was at work one day and I was going through a really bad time in my life. I was in a real shitty relationship, just a relationship. It was, he was, you know, a bit of a drinker and there was things I just wasn't very happy. I don't really want to slag him off because he's back in my life as a friend and I've forgiven him and that's, do you know what I'm saying? I've moved on from that. So I don't really want to slag him off. It was an experience, probably not some of the best experiences, but you know what I'm saying? But I'm over that, okay? I'm done with that. But I was going through a really, really bad time anyway, and I got to work this day, and it was an awful day. I lived in Scotland, it was freezing, and I didn't really want to be there. My head wasn't in the right place, you know? And cut long story short, this gentleman came in and wanted a haircut, and I tried to be upbeat, even though I was feeling miserable as sin. And cut long story short, started cutting his hair, and he said to me, "Do you believe in angels?" And I was like, this is odd. You know, I've worked in male environment because I'm a barber. I thought, this is odd. A bloke asking me, do I believe in angels? And he said, his exact words to me, I'll never forget it. He said, you are sought after by the angels. And I said, oh, okay. And he said, you are very much loved. And he said, all you have to do is ask and we will come. They will come. He didn't say we, sorry, he said they will come. And I was working with Daniel at that time, but I mean, you're looking, God, you know, you are looking at a long time ago now, probably probably about 15 years ago. And cut a long story short, he just said, oh, you know, the angels love you. You just have to ask. And I'm like, okay. And I said, I do work with my guardian angel, Daniel, and you know. And anyway, I was just in awe of this guy. So cut a long story short, I took his money, and I'd been hearing through the haircut, he's an angel, he's an angel, he's an angel, that's all I kept hearing. So anyway, finished the haircut, and I thought, yeah, he'll be back. I'll see him again. You know what I mean? So anyway, I took the money, and I went, oh, thank you for coming in. You know, take care. I was trying to be upbeat because I'm not naturally miserable. And he, I'll never forget it. He picked up his rucksack, right? And he said, he had this big grin on his face, and he said, we always carry bags, and gave me a wink. And he walked out. And I was just like, I'm going to see him again. I'm going to see him again. He could have been an angel. He flipping was an angel. I never saw him again, and I knew he was. But I just tried to talk myself out of the fact that he wasn't. But he was. He was an angel. And I've had other experiences like that in the physical, not when my life's been threatened so much, but just when I've been having a crappy time. And it's like they come in, and it's just amazing. Can I just quickly tell you this one? You're going to laugh at this. It used to happen in St Albans. I used to live in St Albans, okay, in Hertfordshire. You don't know where it is, but it's above London. And I had two angel experiences in the Bank of Scotland. In a bank. And this day, you're going to laugh. I was paying in some cash into the machine, okay, because there's a machine, you know, like the cash register thing. You can pay money into it. So anyway, there I am trying to pay this money in. This lady comes in to the side of me using the other machine, and she really, really wanted me to notice that she was there. Anyway, cut a long story short, she was doing what she was doing. I couldn't get this money in this machine. It was doing my head in, right? So I then managed to get the money in. She'd gone, and then I could hear this beep, 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 beep. I looked down, and she's left money in the teller, you know, the cash machine. And it's going beep, 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 and I could just hear, that's for you. I went, what? So I took the money out of the machine that she'd been in, and I went to stand by the front of the bank looking out the window, and all I could hear from my guardian angel was, this is for you. Go and buy the play suit that you want. So she's not coming back. So that's what I did. I went and brought the play suit that they wanted me to have it with the 20 quid. Honestly, the things that happen. I mean, I was walking down the road with my friend one day, and I did have this certain skincare, and the voucher for the skincare blew up my foot. I didn't see it, what it was. I just leant down, and it was a voucher for my skincare, and my friend was with me, and she was like, I can't believe that. It's the angels. They're amazing. I love them. Guys, if you want to know your guardian angel's name, just sit quietly, clear your mind and ask. But you find with your guardian angel, they want to appeal to you. So I always say, if you hear a stupid name like Lemon or something like that, that is their way of saying, name them what you want. They're non-ego beings, you know, they don't mind. All they want to do is work with you. So if you want to name your own guardian angel, you can do that because they want to appeal to you, you know. So that's up to you. They don't care as long as you're working with them. I would love to feel them the way you do. Your stories are amazing. Yeah, I've got so many though. I don't want to bore you. Would love to know my guardian angel's name. Like I say, I mean, there's another thing. you see, Daniel, I always think of Daniel as the messenger, you know. I mean, all angels are God's messengers without getting godly, okay? But Daniel's known, like, if you read about Daniel, he's known about being, you know, one of God's main messengers. But also Daniel was a fallen angel from the book of Enoch, which is, he had me reading all about it. And he actually was a fallen angel, naughty boy. Because angels aren't meant to have free will. But in this, the book of Enoch, when they all fell out and Satan sat on God's chair and Michael avenged God by chasing Satan out of heaven into hell, and Daniel was actually one of the fallen angels, which he's told me about calmly and slowly. But what I'm getting at, with your guardian angel, obviously Daniel's past is none of my business. You have to, he had to learn, like we all do, you know. Yeah, he made a mistake. He, you know, kind of went with Satan and was a fallen angel, but God forgives. He didn't want to, he wanted to go back to heaven, you know, and that's what he's done. So now he serves as a guardian angel for God. God forgives. It's a good job he does, but he does. So, you know, I've learned that about him. But you see, it's easy to connect with your guardian angels. It's just giving yourself chance to hear them, use your intuition. You can do it through meditation. You could do it through angel oracle cards. And you've got to know, guys, if they're trying to communicate with you, they will get those messages to you some way and somehow until you understand. You know, and they might do it through your dream system. They might do it through images or through your, or just angel signs, which is, like I say, are in everything. But, you know, I know they're amazing. It doesn't matter it was $11. It was still, do you know what I mean? It's amazing. But, you know, they serve me in so many different ways. But, you know, like I say, Daniel, bless him, I want to, okay, Michael, I'm hearing you. Michael wants me to bring up that what people don't know also is certain archangels are your guardian, depending on what your birthday is. So you will have a guardian angel assigned to you anyway by your birth date. Mine is Daniel. My other guardian angel is Michael, because I'm a Sagittarius. So there you go. And that goes on your birth date and birth sign as well, and month of you're born can all have a bearing, I'm hearing you, Michael, on what guardian angels you work with. So I had an angel come through to me through meditation with its back to me, so I could see the massive white, just letting you know that, Christine, that they're there, you know, they're letting you know that your guardian angel's there. It's like they're going, look, I'm an angel, because it feels like you were seeing, you know, they come in looking as in form of man, because if they came in as they really looked, they would terrify you, because they are what I call gargoylean. They're not bonny. So when the angels come in, they want you to see them as serene beauty. Not because they're ego, just because they don't want to scare the bejesus out of you. So he turned round to show you the wings, so you could see he was an angel and not a man, because I feel he was coming in as a form of a man, like they do. They're not necessarily pretty angels. I've seen them. I'm a sag. What does that mean? Conda. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the conversation, my darlings, because I didn't even know what I was going to talk about today, because obviously I was meant to have Rosanna with me. Thing is, I'm Sagittarius too, yeah. Thing is, all you have to do is clear your mind and ask. And like I say, if you get some stupid name like Melon, that's usually, or Lemon or something, it's an indication that, your guardian angel wouldn't mind you, naming them yourself. But with me, when I asked, it was always Daniel. And like I say, I've kind of, have that close relationship with him and know that his mistakes as well. You can't believe that he was a fallen angel at one time, which is kind of crazy. But like I said, it's a good job God forgives. Well, it's good, Karen, because listen, sweetie, I've had it all my life that people think I'm cuckoo, but that's all right. I don't mind. I know what I know, and I am what I am. I never push it on anyone. That's not what I'm about. But what I am about is talking about it and opening people up to the fact that they're there, they're with you, and just because you can't see them doesn't mean to say they're not giving you signs and they're not giving you love and that they want to work with you. So. Because God, source, prime creator, whatever you want to call her, him, look, knew coming to this earth as souls, as the magical star seeds that we all are, he knew it wasn't going to be easy for us. He knew that we've got some shit to put up with on this plane. He knew. So he said, you know what? I'll send my messengers with you. You can have 1, 2, 3, or as many as you want working with you while you're there to make your life easier and to help you. If you're feeling down, ask yourself why you're feeling down, Nicole, because you're letting things attach to your aura. Ask Michael to clear it with you. I call Michael on for a lot of things and ask him for protection, because you've got to understand that's usually what brings your vibration down. There's something attached to your aura, or it could be cords. Your ex-partner is quite... I feel like there's a male energy, Nicole, attached to you. Somebody that's like... I don't know, it feels like quite an abusive energy. There could be cord cutting there you could do. But just know that if you ask yourself why you're feeling down. It could be the fact you've been around people that are low vibrational, so ask for your field to be cleared and ask Michael for protection. So Michael and the cord cutting, Michael can do all of them, Yes, I kind of knew that, honey. I don't want to focus on it, but you need to ask for protection and keep doing the cord cuttings, because the pain in the butt with the cord cuttings, guys, is it's a continued bloody thing. You don't just cord cut from somebody. If you're thinking about them, they've come into your head, they've corded back up to you, so you need to cord cut them again. Because people think you just do one cord cutting session and that's your lot. But if you have an energy vampire or somebody that's been in your life that's toxic towards you, you've got to keep doing them, Nicole. So know that, okay? Because you're such a kind soul, Nicole. And he's an ego fool, is what I'm hearing. They are messengers. That's why he sent them to us. But it's helping to help us, Karen, because God's source knew that it wasn't going to be easy. As souls, yeah, we signed up for this, but really the ones that are awakened at this time, they look at the world and they think, why the heck did I sign up for this shit? And you know what? You can't blame people's souls for that. And you can turn around as much as you like and say that, yes, I agreed to this before I came. I must have been crazy, because the factions, there's so much rubbish going on in the world right now, but just keeping your central selves, your sovereign selves, and let that just get on with it. You know, because we can feel and think we're in control of that ourselves, you know, how we want to feel, how we want to think, that's down to us. So just remember that, okay? But yeah, that's why that we have them, the angels, because they're here to help. So, you know, just call upon them. This is, and don't think they can't hear you, because this is where Michael's coming in on today and saying they're right next to you, you know, and just be asking for the signs, you know, and once you realize what they are, there's so many, guys, just Google them. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're not sure what a sign is, oh, I saw a hedgehog. Oh, I saw a crow, or you know, I saw a hawk in the sky. You know, they're all meanings, they're all spiritual meanings. So look them up, Google them. Honestly, it's not that difficult, and just see what it says. And when you read it, I can be sure there's something to resonate with you on what that sign is. Using your own intuition, you'll know. You know, you're like, oh yeah, that appeals to me, because you usually find with things and scriptures that you read, what's for you kind of jumps off the page at you, you know, and it resonates with you and it sits with you, and you're like, yeah, that's, you know, that's for me. That really resonates for me. It's just using your intuition. We all have it, you know. I think, yeah. Oh, lovely, Stacey. Oh, I'll be here next week. But obviously, yeah, she wasn't meant to get on today, God love her. And I probably haven't done many readings today, but never mind. I'm back. I'll be back next week. But it is nice to talk about the angels, the archangels, and give people the perspective of it. You know, the perspective of, just because you can't see something in the physical doesn't mean to say that it isn't there. And asking for those you know, asking for them to leave signs for you, the feathers, butterflies, you know, all coins. I mean, there's endless signs that they can give you, that they're there, you know. And like I say, the lady was on about in her meditation, and you know, that they'll come through. Just be open to it, Michael's saying. That's what it's all about. It's about being open to it. But no, I hear you, Michael, but no, you don't have to do anything elaborate to communicate with them. Because if, like I say, you're drumming up stuff, you know, nah, you're probably attracting not the light. And that's, you know, highly important to know that they are just stood there with you. Yes, I mean, number sequences are a massive communication with you. And there again, use your intuition, Christine, because sometimes when I look up number sequences and I read it, some of it is conflicting. Michael does say that, you know, there is a lot of misinformation out there about all sorts of stuff. But you just have to know 333. You know, you have to know that what resonates with you is what I'm hearing again. You know, if you're reading any scriptures or anything, it's just what resonates with you and how it feels in your soul. You know, if it doesn't feel right, then it usually isn't. Because the funny thing is, I will say this, Hay House brought out a numbers book with Diane Virtue, with Doreen. Now, that book's been out for years, and that kind of resonates with me, whereas they brought another one out now with Carl Gray, and a lot of the numbers don't resonate with me in that book. Doreen's, yeah, but not his. So, do you know what I mean? You just have to go with what you feel is true within you, is what I'm hearing. 333, yeah, archangels are all around you. So, my beautiful people, I hope you've liked hanging with me. Yeah, shame Rosanna, bless her, wasn't on today, but then maybe, oh, I'm itchy. Maybe she wasn't meant to be, and it was just lovely to hang out with you guys. Yeah, I haven't really done any readings today, but does it matter? It's just lovely to hang out with you and talk about my favourite pastime, and obviously to hang out with Michael and Metatron as well, I'm hearing. And yes, I can't forget Mr. Daniel as well. But just remember that before I go. It does depend when your birthday is. It does depend on what month you're born and what star sign you are as to what archangels are your guardians, I'm hearing. So remember that. But the thing is, guys, like Michael said, you can work with any archangels, you know, or any angels. They don't have to be specific. If you want their help, their assistance, you say, angels, please help me with this situation. Please help me at this time. You know, you don't have to be mentioning, I'm hearing you, Michael. Okay, he's saying you do not have to be mentioning him or the angels by specific names, okay? It's just the fact that you can call them in, and you don't have to be over specific, because like he says, it gets too confusing. And with the archangels, there are billions, literally. There's not thousands, guys, there's billions of archangels. The more we use, the more gets sent, okay? They're an endless source of energy, Michael is saying. So know that you do not have to ask for them by name. Just say, angels, please help me with this situation. Because there's so many, okay? And they are non-egoed, exactly, and love us unconditionally, and they're not fussed. And this is the thing when I say to you before I go, if you want to work with your guardian angel and you are hearing that stupid name or nothing at all, that's an indication, because they're non-egoed, you can name your guardian angel what you would like, because they want to appeal to you to work with you, okay? Okay, Michael. He's off. So if he's off, I'm off. But guys, thank you again so much. This is why I love doing my show. I mean, I love hanging with you guys in Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, where, you know, I love it. So thank you again for loving me, showing up for me today, because I just love you guys. And that's why I don't think I could give up my show, because I just love hanging with you guys. But if any of you do want a reading, you can get me at SUZI PARRETT. I do hourly private readings. I don't get any complaints. They're usually very irrelevant to your life in the here and now. I record them for you. So yeah, if anyone wants any psychic spiritual readings, connect with me. I love doing them. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Thank you, my beautiful people, and I best be off because I'm over my time. I'll be getting told off. Take care, my darlings.